Hi friends, welcome to the next video. I'm by myself right now, so it's just you and I. I want you to sit back, grab a tasty beverage, and hang out with me for the next couple of minutes as I talk to you about COPPA. What is COPPA? Why do you care about it? How does it affect you? How does it affect me? Why am I even making this video? Well, COPPA is the Child's Online Privacy and Protection Act. It is a rule or a law. I'm not sure. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not an attorney. But it was put into place by the United States federal government and is being managed by the United States federal government's Federal Trade Commission. Essentially what has happened is YouTube has been a bad boy. They got a huge smack on the wrist with a huge hefty fine. And now it's rolling all downhill to us content creators. Take a look.
I am pleased to announce that Google and YouTube have agreed to pay $170 million and to implement strong conduct relief in settlement of an action brought by the FTC and the New York State Attorney General's Office for alleged violations of the Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, commonly known as COPPA. COPPA rule applies differently to third parties serving behavioral ads versus creators of child-directed content. While the content creators are strictly liable for COPPA compliance, third parties are subject to COPPA's requirements only where they have actual knowledge that the website or service they're serving the ads to is child-directed. The order requires the companies to refrain from using or benefiting from the data that they previously collected from child-directed videos or channels, which channel owners must identify their child-directed content on the YouTube platform so that such content can be treated in a COPPA-compliant manner. For those who create child-directed content to upload on YouTube, the message from today's case is that the FTC considers these videos and channels to be websites or online services directed to children under the rule and thus strictly liable for compliance with COPPA. Once our order has been effective for a period of time, the Commission will conduct a sweep of the YouTube platform to determine whether child-directed content is being properly designated as such in order to ensure that the channels themselves are complying with COPPA.
Held liable for complying with COPPA where it has actual knowledge of the content. YouTube is going to be required to seek out that actual knowledge through requiring content creators and channel owners to specifically designate whether they are directed to children. And as the chairman noted, not only can we sue Google and YouTube for compliance with COPPA, but also individual channel owners and content creators. And once this order has been fully implemented, we intend to conduct a sweep of the YouTube platform to determine whether there remains child-directed content on the platform with respect to which personally identifiable information continues to be collected. So,
from Appendix, you've referred multiple times to the sweep that the FTC will conduct on YouTube channels, and it's an important part of the enforcement of this order. Yet there are 23 million channels that upload a combined 500 hours of video every minute. So, given that amount of content, what kind of meaningful sweep can you conduct?
well, I think that we have a variety of tools at our disposal to cull through those 23 million channels and in an expeditious way. And this is the way that we generally enforce COPPA, is by actually reviewing content to determine if it's directed to children. We have a variety of factors in our rule that we consider when determining whether or not content is directed to children. And so that's the way we do business. It has been successful so far. I think that I have no doubt that it will be similarly successful with respect to YouTube, despite the large quantity of information on the platform.
Commissioner Slaughter raised concerns that this would maybe incentivize content creators to misidentify programming to ensure that they continue to receive revenue from behavioral advertising. Can you respond to that criticism, and how might the FTC combat that issue?
So I think that's a valid concern. There is apparently, we've learned in this investigation and just learned from, in the now information in the public domain, that there are there are benefits to gathering information and targeting advertising. And so it is possible that content creators will misdesignate. So one response to that is that's why we're conducting the sweep. The second response to that is that there will be consequences for content creators who misdesignate, including being kicked off the YouTube platform. So if content creators are not sincere or forthcoming with YouTube and designating content as being directed to children, there will be consequences for them. We also think that YouTube has strong incentives to police its platform, both to avoid future enforcement actions by the FTC, but also because it's offering this platform to content creators. And if the FTC is bringing independent piecemeal actions against content creators for violating COPPA, that may discourage content creators from posting content on YouTube. So the analogy that I think of, imperfect, is the expression about shooting fish in a barrel. And YouTube is the barrel, and the content creators are the fish. And so it's a place where this content is centralized, and essentially it's easy for us to find.
There's a lot of stuff that was just said right there. And essentially what it means is we content creators are now responsible of identifying our content as for kids or not for kids. Now, the COPPA law states that there is for kids, a mixed audience, and not for kids. But YouTube doesn't give us that option. They only give us for kids or not for kids. So that's what we have to go on. So the COPPA law, and I've got some notes right here that I want to share with you, and I'm going to go show you some stuff here on the screen, essentially is the guidelines in the COPPA survey for content creators to look at and see if the content that we publish is underneath the ruling of COPPA. Does it fall underneath for kids, or does it fall underneath not for kids? Again, remember, there is not for kids or kids. That's the only options that YouTube give us content creators to select when we upload a video. Now, COPPA says we have a middle ground, a mixed audience, but we don't get that choice on YouTube. So it's for kids, not for kids. Now, take a look at this. This is from the survey in Section 8. I forgot what section it is, but you can see the screen here. But essentially what they're saying is if children are the primary audience based on the factors described below, then your content is for kids. And so children are not the primary audience, but the video is still directed at children based on the factors below. The subject matter of the video, whether children are your intended or actual audience for the video, whether the video includes child actors or models. So if you're doing family vlogs, guess what? You have children actors in your videos. So whether the video includes characters, celebrities, or toys that appeal to children, including animated characters or cartoon figures. That includes comic books. Guess what? So whether the language of the video is intended for children to understand. Whether the video includes activities that appeal to children, such as play acting, simple songs or games, or early education. Whether the video includes songs, stories, or poems for children. Any of the information you may have to help determine your video audience is empirically evidence of the audience of the video. So YouTube Analytics is not designed to help if your content is child directed. So if you have a YouTube channel, you know what I'm talking about. If you don't, we content creators have a thing called analytics on the back end where we can see the age of the people who watch our videos. We can see where they're watching in the world and how long somebody may have watched. That's pretty much it. I mean, there's some other things in there, but we don't know anything else about the kid or the person watching the video. That's basically the things, and you just seen that here on the screen. So the survey says, and we're going to go back to the screenshot here, determine whether the site is primarily directed to children 12 and under. A website is primarily directed at children should have at least two of the following three factors present: the subject matter, presentation, and interactivity. So that's the three things that they're talking about, and you have to have at least 2 of those in your content of your videos, and if you do, it's a kid video. Okay, so let me read these things for you. Let's see. If the site is directed to a mixed audience, adults and children, but has been designated children's area that is primarily directed to children 12 and under with the same within the same URL. So think about this. I can make playlists here on my channel. So that is a sublist within the same URL. So therefore, guess what? Doesn't matter what I do. If I've got kids content on my channel, guess what? It's a kids channel. Not me saying it, it's them. Let's see. Many times you should be able to tell from the homepage whether the site is primarily directed towards children. But you may need to view other pages, indexes, or a sitemap if one is provided. Again, I talked about sub-playlists and things like that. I'm not making this stuff up, guys. It is what it is. The subject matter. Subject matter that is appealing to children, i.e. kids' jokes, music, kids' games, video, computer games, children TV shows or stars, cartoon characters, sports, stories, toys, children's books, fantasy, children's arts and crafts, pets, products primarily purchased or consumed by kids like snack foods or cereal. I'm not making this up, guys. This is right in black and white, and the links will be in the video description below. The language of the website, such as language that is simple enough to be understandable to children 12 and under, short, colorful descriptions, slang, and pop culture phrases, such as kids site, or kids only, fun, free stuff, whatever, cool. So if I say the word cool, and I say that a lot in our videos, guess what? It's for kids. Games, ask your parents, etc. Whether the website uses visual content appealing to children, such as animated characters, bold or fast-moving graphics, or bright and vibrant colors. The use of host characters, often a character property used offline on television, in movies, or comic books. Or comics or books. There you go. I get stumbling over the words. So comic books or things like that. So I've got videos about comic books here on the channel. The age of the model portrayed on the website, using children as models. So in our videos, our son is in our videos, and guess what? He's under the age of 12. It's a kid's video. Whether advertising appearing on the website is directed to children under 13. Now, we do AdSense on our channel, and we get a small stipend from YouTube for them playing ads in our videos. It's really tiny, like almost non-existent. But YouTube got the smack on the wrist for making ads that were targeted using cookies towards kids that were under the age of 13. So that's a bad thing. And in audio content appealing to children, simple or popular tunes, cartoon voices, childlike noises, and sound effects. Folks, it's right here in black and white. I'll share it with you in the links of the video description below. But short, huge changes are happening here on YouTube, and it's going into effect now, but it is going to be imposed on January 1st, 2020. And what does that mean? What's happening here on the channel? Well, almost 80 to 90% of the content here on our channel is now been identified as for kids. I've done that myself. I've gone through and I've looked at every single video individually, and I said, is that following underneath the rules right here? Yes, marked it as for kids. And if it's not, if it was unequivocally made for an adult, I left it as for an adult. Now, I don't know how this is going to affect the whole channel, because they say if it's got content for kids on it, these are the things that are going to happen. So take a look at this on the screen. No comments on kid content video. So if it is a kid content video, and like I talked about, if it's a vlog, if it is Caleb's Clubhouse, if it is one of those, it's definitely for kids. Some of our product unboxings might be for kids. Some of our product reviews might be for kids. And if they are, you're going to not be able to comment on them anymore after the first of the year. No info cards on the kid content videos. So if you've ever looked in the upper right corner of some videos, you see that eye with a circle on it. You can click on it, get more information. You can't do that on kid videos anymore. No end screens on kid content videos. You know, you've seen videos on YouTube where it says at the end of the video, look at some of our other videos. No, that's not going to be able to be done anymore after the first of the year. No channel stories section. No channel community tab. So you can't comment on videos and you can't interact with us and know what's happening in our community here on our channel. That's all gone after the first of the year. No channel subscriber notifications. So when we say click the bell to be notified when a new video is being uploaded, that's gone after the first of the year. So how are you going to know when we upload a new video? Well, you're going to have to keep coming back to the channel on a regular basis or interact with us on one of our other social media platforms. I'm on Twitter at Scotty D Online, and we also have a Patreon account, and both of those will be in the video description below for you to easily find. No ability to save kid content videos to watch later list or playlist. So if you like a video and you want to watch it later, tough. You're going to have to come back to the channel and click on the video manually and watch it again. You can't have it in a playlist. You can't have it in a watch later list. Kid content videos will not be recommended by other videos. So, if you're going around YouTube and you see a video and you like what you see, YouTube used to suggest other videos that might fall into the same type of content that you like watching. That's gone after the first of the year. AdSense revenue for kids content videos is nearly non-existent. Well, folks, I'm telling you right now, we've been doing AdSense on our channel for a long time, and I can tell you that it's almost non-existent right now. But it's really going to be non-existent after the first of the year, virtually non-existent. So where content creators who make kid videos today might get this much, they're going to get that much after the first year. Almost non-existent. So luckily, we don't rely on AdSense revenue here on our channel. We just like making videos because we like making videos. We look at them as a place for us to as a family to be able to go back and have nostalgia, go back and see what happened during a part of our life and enjoy it. And of course, share it with you and let you enjoy it as well. So what does it mean if you don't do this properly? This is why we are erring on the side of caution. Violations against COPPA will result in steep fines of up to $42,530 per video. You heard that earlier. I'm telling you now, and that's why we are erring on the side of caution. Almost all of our videos here on our channel now are identified as for kids. Only a small portion are left as not for kids because they're like things that we did way back in 2010 when we first started the channel. But what we might be doing here is not only identifying content for kids, we're going to be doing that regularly as we're uploading videos. We identify if it's for kids or not for kids, but we might be spinning up some other channels to make those channels kid-only channels and split the content between the main channel and maybe another channel and have only adult content on one and only kid content on the other. We haven't done that yet, but if we do, we will make a video and let you know. But that's something that might happen in 2020 for us here on our channel. So I wanted to share that with you because it's big news. It affects how you watch us and enjoy the things that we do, and it affects how we bring the things to you. And so I wanted to spend a few minutes with you just now to talk about the COPPA law and what's happening on YouTube and put those links in the video description below, the press conference and all that stuff, the survey, all of this stuff, so you can go down there and read them for yourself. Are we kind of in a worry factor? Absolutely. I don't have $42,530 in my back pocket if I don't identify a video properly. So, like I said, if it's Caleb's Clubhouse, if it is a family vlog of any kind, it will be identified as for a kid, and all of those things that I talk about go into effect. Other than that, the other videos should stay the same, but I'm not sure on how YouTube's going to handle determining a content creator's channel if they have both kid content and not kid content on their same channel. How does that affect with the things that I just talked about? I don't know. We're just going to have to sit back and wait and see. And if I get more information, I will share that with you. But in the meantime, that's what COPPA is, and that's the big effects here on our channel. And we hope you stick around with us and enjoy the content. Like I said, the Twitter out there, the Patreon account out there, and coming back to the channel regularly to see what we publish here for you in our community. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like this video, comment on the video for right now, but this video that I'm making, this one right now that you're watching, this is identified for kids because I want everybody to be able to see what's happening here on the channel. So after the first of the year, all those comments, poof, they're gone. They're history. So, but don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching.